Guys, Marlena here. So, I just wanted to make a quick video because it is now Sunday, which is mostly meal prep day. I just got out of the shower and getting ready to make my meal plan for the next couple of days while I'm at my parents' house and then going on to Beachbody Leadership. But I wanted to give you a couple of tips because I know this is a place that a lot of people struggle with, and it really isn't that hard once you get the hang of it. It really can be something that's super simple and will save your life and get you right on the right track to living healthy without having to put much thought into it. So the first thing that I do is kind of get my menu plan out that has, breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner, and then I have it all mapped out so that I can write in, what I want. Usually just on my computer, but you can print out a menu plan and do it, or you can write it out, whatever works for you. But then you're going to, pick what your breakfasts are. So if you have Shakeology, that's usually a pretty good option, is to just have Shakeology for your breakfast. And if you're on the fix, then you want to make sure that you have your containers written out. You know how many containers you're having every single day with each meal, so that you can kind of plan your meals according to that. So, if you're interested in getting Shakeology and you don't have Shakeology, I would love to be your coach and help you with that. But if you already have it, then that's a pretty simple breakfast. Shakeology, will be your red container. Then if you put almond milk in it, that's going to be your, that's going to be a yellow container. And then peanut butter is going to be one of your tablespoons. And then if you put like a banana or strawberries or something, then that's going to be your purple. So half a banana is purple, or a thing full of strawberries is your purple, whatever it may be. So then you're going to go ahead and check off those containers for breakfast, right? So there's an easy breakfast. You can also do, I know that 2 eggs, I believe, is a red, or you can do a thing full of egg whites. I think that's like 4 egg whites or something. You can do egg whites, and you can make it into an omelet. You can put a little bit of cheese and whatever veggies you want to put in. That's a really good breakfast that you could do. So that's another breakfast that you can do. It just depends on the time that you have. You could also do a piece of whole grain toast with that, and that could be a yellow. So that's your breakfast, super simple breakfasts. You could also do Greek yogurt with fruit if you wanted to kind of, have something light. Then you're going to be wanting, about 2 to 3 hours later, you're going to want to have a snack. So if you are one of those people that struggle with time, you can set a timer on your phone to kind of remind you, hey, it's snack time. And you want to, if you're on the go throughout the week, you want to have these planned out all on Sunday. So, quick baggies that you can grab, or containers, or whatever it may be. So a good snack is, a red thing full of Greek yogurts, or 1/4 of a cup, and then you can pack that with fruit, so you're one of your purples, a little bit of cinnamon, a little tiny squirt of honey, and that's a perfect snack for your AM snack. You can do 1 apple, which is your complex carb. You always want to have a complex carb and a protein, and then 14 unsalted almonds, or, some strawberries and some unsalted cashews. So those are really good AM breakfasts that you can do that are super simple, and you can count that as your purple and your orange, or your blue, whatever those containers are. So make sure that you look at each category and what that is for that container, and kind of mark your containers off to schedule your meals. And then for lunchtime, Sunday's going to be the perfect day to batch cook your meals for the whole week. So here are some great options. You can grill up a bunch of chicken breasts. You can marinate them for a couple of hours in the morning on Sunday. There's marinade seasonings in your 21-Day Fix book. You can do like a little tiny bit of soy sauce and, lime juice. There's all kinds of different seasonings that you can do that is super simple. You could do a tiny bit of honey and soy and a little bit, and it can make it kind of like a honey soy type thing. So just kind of think of all natural, really low on salt type things. And you marinate your chicken in that. And I like to just throw it on the grill, or you can bake it. I just prefer my chicken on the grill, so I put it on the grill. And then for the week, you have those chicken breasts ready. So you can slap that with, a complex carb, which I like to pick a couple of complex carbs, or not complex carbs, sorry, carbs to cook for the week, starchy carbs. So that's your chicken that you can throw in wraps, throw in salads, make half of a chicken sandwich and throw on a sweet potato, whatever it is that you want to do, you have chicken breast ready. So I will pick a complex carb for the week then, which will I'll get a bunch of sweet potatoes or yams and bake them in the oven with a little bit of olive oil on them, poke some holes, or I'll make like a bunch of quinoa, and I like to cook it in veggie broth, like low sodium veggie broth, to give it a little bit of flavor. So those are usually the carbs that I cook, is quinoa and sweet potatoes. You could also do brown rice if you want. And you're going to measure that in your yellow, and then, you know, kind of get your containers ready for the week. Another thing that I really like to do is I like to get some ground turkey, and I'll either just kind of make that in a pan, like, you know, ground it up and make it with a seasoning, and I'll just throw that on top of like a taco salad, or I'll make a wrap, or whatever it may be. Or I like to make turkey burgers. So I have a really good turkey burger recipe on my blog, www.marlenahedin.com. The link will be below, and you can get that off my blog. And you have a turkey burger with your, you know, your carb and your veggie. So I also like to cook a big batch of a veggie. So I usually will get asparagus. It's one of my favorites, and green beans, Brussels sprouts as well. And I'll take the Brussels sprouts and bake them in the oven with a little bit of balsamic vinegar on top of them. Yummy. And then I'll also I'll grab a bunch of asparagus and I'll boil some water, put them in there for about 5 minutes, then give them an ice bath afterwards so they're nice and crisp. And then I'll also do the same thing with my green beans. So those are my veggies, and then I just kind of plan my meals. Like, I'll have that batch cooked in the fridge. You can portion it out so that you can just grab throughout the week if you're on the go, but I have mine just all in the fridge ready because I'm at home, and then I kind of grab a little bit of each and make my meal. So, you know, you could have turkey burgers to put on salad. You can have, so it kind of gives it, you know, and it's things that I enjoy. You can make chicken fajitas, you know, with the chicken breast. You could cut it up and make a wrap. I also like avocado chicken salad. It's Greek yogurt and avocado mixed up with shredded chicken. You kind of mix it up and you can make a wrap, put it on salad. It's awesome. And that's also on my blog as well. So chicken breast and ground turkey are usually my go-tos to make for the week so that I can have some easy lunches. For your PM snack, you're going to want a PM snack. So remember, set your alarm for 2 to 3 hours later. And you're going to have a PM snack, which my go-to is carrots and hummus, or cut up peppers and hummus. You could do the little holy guacamole packs. They're just enough for a blue. And you can do that with carrots or, you know, your veggies or whatever. You could also do a protein shake. If you just have regular protein, you could do that in water and shake it up. Sometimes I'll have a second Shakeology and I'll just shake it with water. You could make meatloaf muffins. I have that on my blog as well, and you can have 2 of those with a veggie and have that as your little PM snack. So then the next thing is my dinner. So I go on Pinterest and get a lot of recipes. So I'll pin things and find recipes, and then I will, once I find recipes that I like, I print them out, and I kind of have a book. So if I like it, I keep it in the book and you know, keep it in the rotation. If it's something that I don't like, I nix it and we just don't have it again. So I kind of have a book of all my healthy recipes. I keep them so that I can keep making them over and over again. They're things that my family likes. So we kind of have a rotation of meals that are healthy and clean that we all enjoy. And yes, my family eats the same thing as me. So we do a lot of fish, we do a lot of salmon, we do turkey burgers, fajitas, black bean burgers, zucchini lasagna, all kinds of things like that. And you can find all this on Pinterest or on my blog. I have chili, you know, different soups. There's all kinds of different things that I make, and I keep it in the rotation. So think about that. You know, look for clean. If you need quick crock pot meals, you can look for clean crock pot meals on Pinterest. Pin those recipes, try them. If there's something that you want to keep, print them out and keep them in a book so that when you're making your menu plans, you can just easily grab and go. And to portion out in your container, so like let's say it's a chili or something like a turbo fire chili, has beans in it and meat. So you're going to want to portion out a yellow and a red and just pour that in a bowl together. So I just fill up a red and a yellow and pour it in my bowl. And that's just what I do. So I really hope this was helpful to you guys. I'm excited for Sunday meal prep day. That's one of my favorite days of the week because I know that I can get my week straight. And I know that I'm eating clean throughout the whole week. It's super simple. It's something that I love teaching my challengers. And I hope this is helpful to you.